Hello, ambitious. Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today, somehow this happened, and I am joined with the lovely Devon, Maddie, and Charity from Teenage Bounty Hunters. Hi, ladies.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
How you guys going? Thank you for agreeing to do this. The fact that Maddie chucked me into this group inbox. I was like unprepared. I was unprepared. I was like
such an Aussie. Yeah, just
you know what?
Night.
Literally, it was so funny. Like the night before, I was like, we were talking. I was like, it'd be funny if you just like put me into an inbox like as a joke. I was thinking this, and then in the morning you didn't. I'm like, what's this? I'm like, oh god, did you just put me into? I was like, oh my god, I'm stressed. I'm like, hey guys, I'm like trying to be like cool and stuff. Like, hey.
Oh yeah, we're not cool. We're not cool like at all.
No, you're so cool. Please.
It's cool.
It's been so funny seeing some of these fans such as yourself who run, you know, larger accounts and whatnot, and they get so like they're like, oh my gosh, like these actors are just kind of like liking these tweets and I you know, and they're just like, you know, going for it, and we're just like, yeah, like we are as big of fans of the show as you guys are. Like
100%. Yes.
Yeah, we're not cool. We're not really that famous. Like we were just normal people 5 seconds ago. We're still normal people, but yeah, people getting nervous. I'm like, I promise you, nothing special. I'm just like hanging out.
Yeah, what were you saying? No, go.
No, I was gonna say like the coolest people I know are not cool, you know? So like maybe we're so cool. You know
I mean, first of all, you hung out with Casey Cott, love of my life. I mean, look, that's cool to me. Look, he's like my favorite. Like, I'm just saying. Bless his
I live
heart.
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So they're all there.
I have seen that you love him. I've seen that on your page.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I brought it up. I was like, you know, Adam, I know he loves you.
No, I did a live with him like one time, and I was like full freaking out. I was like, I'm like, nah. I flash back to like what I say in my videos. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like, don't watch me. Like, I say things. I'm like, no. But you guys are famous to me, so look. Let's see. It is what it is, okay?
And that's my whole life.
Oh no, Charity!
A disclaimer: Charity's internet is like having issues. There's a storm.
Not her. She's afraid she's gonna be dragged. It's not her regular internet.
It's not her.
Hours out. She's on a hotspot. She's making it work. Oh, she's back. Hi.
She's back, girl. Hey.
I see you all. I've heard you all the whole time, and I've been so in my frozen.
Yeah, but you're frozen so cute.
I know, but you have like the cutest frozen face. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
She's making it work. The girl's pulling through. She's making it work. I respect that.
Yeah. Yes. That's what 2020 is all about. Make it work.
Exactly.
If you hear some faint chirping, it's because my mom bought a couple budgies at the beginning of quarantine, and she did it so that there would be like a little more like life in the house. But they're so loud. And just to warn you that like they can be
What are their names?
Their names are Adam and Neve. Because
wow.
Because of Adam. No.
Oh my god, stop.
Because I was watching Scream 4, and those were the names of the two actors that were on the screen as I was attempting to name them. And then I was like, whoa, Adam and Neve. That like sounds like
I hear it. I hear it now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually love that. The fact that's top names. Not non-biased, but like I'm saying. It's a good name.
You know why I was watching Scream 4?
Why?
Because I was auditioning for Scream 5.
Oh,
I did not get it.
The disrespect, honestly.
I know.
Wait, Charity, didn't you audition for Scream? I did. That would have been the best reunion.
Oh my god.
The best reunion ever.
That would have been so great.
Bounty Hunter characters in Scream 5. I mean, should we just do it?
They should do that. They should do that. Like, why not?
Yeah, I think our only option is like anthology series. Like they just transplant our whole cast into a new show. Like I think that's the option.
Yeah.
Totally. I pitched a YouTube like series the other night that we just do.
Why not? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Bounty hunt in other shows, just like be in the you be in like the background or like something. You just be like there, just like make it in every show, just like in the background. Like Maddie just pull her face as she walks past, like just something, like.
We'll just walk through this shot and just trip.
Honestly, that should bring you guys to Riverdale in like in the prom dance, just like have like dancing just in the background. Like, honestly, why not? Just saying.
I cannot believe I have never auditioned for that show, and it shoots here. They've never brought me in. I'm like, wow.
It's because you're too hot.
That's true.
That's why.
True. Obviously, no, seriously, you're too attractive. Like they're just like they're intimidated by you.
Oh yeah, totally.
They're like you make the friends just like freak out. Like I can't have that.
Oh my god, they're all hot. They're all so hot.
Okay, that's such a mood, man. I feel this in my soul. Oh my god, you guys are so great. I love you guys already. Jesus. Okay.
I love you too, Matt.
I'm so happy that we're doing this. Seriously, as soon as you tweet, like Adam, as soon as I see that you've like tagged me in the video, I will instantly watch it. Instantly. I usually watch it. It usually comes up around for breakfast for me, and I'll put my phone in the cupboard, and my mom will know too. She'll be like,
"Oh my god,
I'll see you react." I'm like, yeah.
Oh my god, that is so cute. I know you on this show. I'm just like, oh my god. And then when I tweeted out that I wanted to do a collab, you were like the first one. You were like, yeah, I'm dead. I would die. I'm like, girl, I would die. What are you talking about? I would die, not you. I would die.
We'll just murder each other.
Devon and I'll take over. It's fine.
Yeah, this is Devon and Charity's channel now. They've taken over. This is for them now. That's it. I guess I should get into my questions because, like,
oh
God.
Okay, so first of all, I cannot believe that Teenage Bounty Hunters was cancelled. The absolute disrespect in Netflix.
What?
Yes.
Wait, Adam, what?
Oh no, I'm sorry to break the news to you guys. There could be a pickups. It could be miracle could happen. Miracles can happen. But I watched the finale and I was just like, how did the show like not get picked up? Like I don't understand. When you watch my reaction, the emotions I went through, it's rage. I raged. It was bad because like the show's so good and you guys did phenomenal. And the potential that the show has is insane. Like, I could see all the storylines with like April and her dad, and then like Sterling, getting exposed by maybe April's dad. Like all these things in my head. Like all the potential, and it was just like, I'm sorry if I don't. I'm not going to bring the mood down, but like,
no, it's okay.
How dare they?
Feels good.
How dare they do that? It just, I don't understand. Especially when the show is like, it's female based. It's I love all like female powered shows. Like it's just one of my favorite things because I love seeing females thrive. I love seeing you guys thrive, and you guys just bring it every episode. I was like screaming every week. It's every episode. But how important was it being on a show that tackled sexuality, religion, race in the Southern community? Like that's so interesting.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, and we love you. And it does feel good to hear these things because it is a confusing thing when something like that happens, and it really has made it so much better to see everybody kind of get worked up about it because it makes it feel a little more just. So thank you. I'll go first. For me, I remember when Kathleen #1 told me that that Sterling was queer. And I thought that, first of all, the way that she writes is so beautiful. And one of the coolest things about that element of the show is that none of it is catered to the male gaze. It is such a real representation of somebody who's struggling with their identity. And I just think that that is just a universal theme that every young person goes through, and to be able to show a really beautiful representation of somebody going through something like that is such a pivotal, significant part in somebody's journey in a Southern community where that kind of stuff is, a lot of the time really, you're forced to repress it. And whatever the messages that I've received, and I know that Devon has received, have just shown just how meaningful that has been. And that has absolutely been the most fulfilling and rewarding part of this entire journey. Like no matter what has happened, no matter what might possibly happen in the future, like seeing people like find, comfort in that story and in the way that we did it and all of that. It's been so important. It's just made every single moment of this all worth it. So yeah, very important and fulfilling and incredible.
I love that.
Yeah, we inside of it, like we knew how amazing the writing was. We knew the group dynamic was such a wonderful working environment. And yeah, really we're excited to tell this story. And like Maddie and I just kept kind of looking at each other being like, oh my God, I can't believe like this is our life. Like, I can't believe we get to tell these stories. And then, so we hoped that it would read, that it would play, but we just had no idea of the impact. And even, like from the downbeat, even when we weren't sure if people were like watching the show yet, we started to get messages. And, it's across the spectrum. It's like even people who don't have ties to religion or like a Southern community, and then especially people who do, they can be sort of anywhere on that journey where it's like, I'm not ready to come out yet. I haven't told anybody. Maybe I've just realized this about myself and like this brought me a lot of peace. Or we've gotten so many messages that are crazy that are like, this storyline gave me like the support I needed to come out, and to one person or to my family, or and then people who are further along on that journey and maybe like came out a while ago are like, this was such a beautiful way to look back at that time in my life. And maybe it wasn't like this at all, but it like brought me so much comfort. And, for April to be from the onset, to be so self-actualized and be like, this is who I am and God loves me for it. So suck it, that was great. It was so great.
Yeah. And also just going back to the fact that there were so many females involved in this, I had no idea how much of a difference it makes to have women at the helm of all of this, because for all of us, this is the biggest thing that we've all done besides Kadeem. And I've certainly never been a lead of a show before, and I did not feel for a second that I had to feel bad about the fact that I was having some really intense PMS and like couldn't stop crying, or just like I had to stuff my feelings down, or that I ever felt like I was in the way and whatever. And I've never really felt too much of that on other sets, but it really is evident how much that is going through your mind without you really realizing, like the comfort of having so many incredible like women on set who are responsible for kind of everything, was just so I'm just like, why doesn't this happen more? Like the tone was just just immaculate. Like there was no like angriness or like just that, sometimes testosterone can be great, and sometimes it can be, it can just, sets are really stressful. And I do think that having, a bunch of women on it, just, it brings a beautiful quality to it that I'm so grateful that I got to experience. And like, I just want to manifest more of that, because it was just so wonderful. And, saying this, we had so many amazing male directors as well. But it was really awesome to have, our creator and producer and execs and all of these, and the female directors there too. I've just never been in a position with so many women, or whatever. So it was great. I loved it.
Because then, like, by extension, the men who come on board to projects like that are down with it, and like
Totally. Yeah,
are chill. Like, what you were talking about, how sets are stressful and can be sort of a crazy environment. My very first job, which was a show called Stand Against Evil, the last day, and I had never been on set before, like literally my very first job. The last day that I was there, we were shooting in the evening, we were in overtime, and we still had a whole scene to film, and people were freaking out, and we were about to shoot the scene. We were about to rehearse a scene, and just me and another woman. And all of a sudden, because we're in major overtime and have so much stuff to do, these male producers, and I don't even know what the rest of their jobs were, are literally screaming at each other. And God bless Janet Varney. She just like took me into this room, and she like shut the door, and she was like, why don't we run our lines? And like took me out of that environment, because I was freaking out, and it was like the nicest thing that she could have ever done. And that can be like how it is. It's a lot of money. You're always like overtime, always, even when you're not in overtime. So to have some women there to chill it the fuck out.
The maternal instinct is so nice to have when you're on set and everything is new and big, and all of that. It was super inspiring to see that. And
it was great.
Well, even can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Even from the first day on set, or even before we even got on set, when we were having fittings and hair tests, Maddie.
Oh, don't trigger my trauma.
It was just very welcoming and such an encouraging and creative environment, and just a safe space. Like Maddie said, a lot of us haven't done something this big before, and just walking on set and feeling so welcomed and encouraged to create, and having people excited about your character. Even my character maybe didn't have as many storylines as these beautiful ladies, but even feeling important in my storyline, it was such an amazing feeling on set, and that attributes to the creators and Kathleen and our producers. And it's been incredible.
That makes me so
It was
happy.
really great.
If I could save the show, I would. If I could save the show, I would save it in a heartbeat. Honestly, I would just be like first up as Teenage Bounty Hunters.
Yeah.
Oh. But Charity, getting back to your point, how was it playing the most iconic character in the show? Because like Hannah B, I mean, look, come on, her one-liners, she was iconic. I'll tell you.
Nobody else can do that. Like,
yes.
Oh.
Like, how was it playing Hannah B? Tell me about Hannah B. Is she frozen?
Big moment, babe.
Oh my God, where did you go?
She's taking her time.
Look at her. She's like, wait, she's back.
So Hannah B. No, really, I love her. Am I frozen?
Keep talking.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
Oh my God.
No, but you look cute. It's okay.
Oh, I'm here. I'm back. Okay. I've just been seeing you guys freak out because I'm not here so
It's okay,
much.
we can hear you. It's okay. We can still hear you. It's okay.
No, it was amazing. And just as amazing. And the thought that the writers put into every single character, like I'll get messages all the time that are like, every single character on the show, like they're an entire thought out character. They're an entire human being. Like I don't care how big they are, how small they are. There's so much thought put into to have those zingers. I had really fun lines, and I would tell Devon because I would only have like a couple here or there, and I was like, Devon, did I say my line right? Was it funny? Did I do it? Am I okay? Do people? There's a lot of pressure on you.
I remember you and Eric saying that. He's like, you guys are perfect.
Split.
There she is.
It was really fun. It was great. I've even gotten some messages where my friends, I haven't had the best time in school with friends, and I feel like some friends walk over me, and I really I don't feel lonely anymore seeing your character go through that. And it's just really heartwarming because even the smallest things mean a lot to people. And yeah, it's been an honor.
You're so endearing, Charity. It's just sickening.
My frozen glitchy self.
I feel like that just sums up Hannah B though. Like that's like if Hannah B's tactic would that would happen. Like you're envisioning Hannah B in this moment.
Yeah, she's being channeled right now.
Yeah.
Her little kooky self. Just another disclaimer, you guys, it's not her fault. Georgia had a storm.
It happened. It happened. It's okay. We're going to be pushed through it. It's the power of editing. I can I got this. Don't worry. Bless your heart. I love you, Charity. You're so cute. You're amazing. So let's go to Stepril because I feel like the fans are going to want to... Don't
dare.
Leave. How dare you even ask that question? Charity girl, you are not going anywhere.
Flag. Going to Stepril, can I just ask really quick, how did you guess their ship name?
I feel like it's a gift I have when I think of ship names. I don't know how. I try and I don't know. I say it and then people confirm it in the comments. I'm like, okay, good. But I don't know how I guessed that. I went to... Yeah, what'd you say?
You guessed it without seeing that it was the
time. The first name he said was the correct ship name.
I was I think
it sounds the best.
I was like, how do I put this together? In my head, I'm just I was trying to work at a few in my head, and then I said Stepril, Stepril, said something like that, and I was and then everyone's like, it's Stepril. I'm like, okay. I mean, I saw it from episode 2. I saw the way you guys looked at each other. And I was like, I see something, but
we didn't even know it was a thing in episode 2.
When did you guys find out that they were going to become a thing? Was it legit episode 6?
Legit right before that episode.
5.
As when we were filming the end of the previous one, that's when we get the scripts, and that's they kept it so secret. We had no idea. I feel like it must be either the audience projecting or me and Devon are just secretly in love, which I know everybody really wants that to be true, and they can think whatever they want. But but we had no idea.
That's insane. Because you couldn't tell. I mean, I think there was one look in episode, I think it was episode 2. I was they looked at each other for a long amount of time. I'm it was I mean, I noticed this because I'm crazy, right? And I'm they looked at each other for more than they usually would, I'm that okay, but I brushed it off. But I never felt Sterling and Luke. I was I wasn't feeling it. I was no. Bless Luke's heart. He's precious. Bless his heart. But I was I was like, no, I don't see it. I no. And then when Sterling was like, I have to figure myself out. I have to, not just because I'm alone doesn't mean I'm going to be lonely. And it was like, so I was telling Devon before the interview that I felt that because I was like, being in quarantine and isolation, I was like being by myself. Like I've learned to like enjoy my own company, and I really appreciated that story. And I was like, you know what, this is so true. And then episode 6 happened, and I was like, wow, this explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, their breakup scene, like we have seen straight people break up since the beginning of time,
Mhm.
and you think that you have seen everything, and it's such like a tired trope, but their breakup is so sad and just because Sterling is able to articulate so clearly like what's going on, and it's just, I think it's great writing given how like commonplace that kind of breakup is.
Mhm.
Totally. Oh, also just a little facty fact. I did not think that we would get to that scene that day for some reason. I was like, oh, maybe I'll like learn my lines like at lunch if we do it after lunch. If not, we might do it tomorrow. I don't know why. I just for some reason did not. I thought I was going to have time. I had not. Basically, the point is I did not know my lines. I literally crammed those lines in. Like we were like, I was just like, and then I'd chuck it, and then we like walk down and be like, But yeah, I just think it's so. I'm just like, thank God it worked out because like I was an unprepared actor in that moment. I was like, oh, I'll have time to learn this. Anyway, I'm really happy that it worked. God bless Kathleen and her writing because I feel like on our worst days, it's great because of the stuff that we got to say.
Yeah, great
yeah.
writing.
Bye, Charity.
Oh, she left. She'll come back. It's okay. She'll come back.
She's gonna come back stronger.
She'll come back. Exactly. She'll come back stronger. It's okay. We got this. She'll come back stronger than ever.
Is easy to memorize. Like that's when you know, even if you haven't like quite realized it yet, you're like, why was that so easy to memorize? Because it was great and it's how people talk, and yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, which is also probably why there were like signs that I like had a subconscious thing for each other because the writing was because that's what the plan was the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't know.
Yeah, and I'm like so hyper focused on Sterling from the beginning. Like even when she and Angelica are standing next to each other, like I'm only looking at Maddie. Yeah. there are little things like that where you're like, okay.
Yeah, the writers probably knew that's what they started planting the seeds like very early on. Maybe I was like,
for sure,
little. But like, Devon, how was it? Like you were like I'll use this term loosely, the villain of like because like it was like because I really got Cheryl Blossom vibes from April. And I was like, I get it. And I'm like, because I love Cheryl. So I was like, first episode, I'm like, okay, she's a bit of a bitch, but I stand. Because, like, she brings some drama. Like, I love that kind of character. And then I just knew that April would be so complex that she'd have all these different layers to her, which obviously was evident throughout the series. And that's a testament to you and the writing, because you just, like, I don't know, the way you just act as April, you just, like, get my heartstrings. Like, you just, I don't know, you bring that emotion. I'm just like, girl, you're killing me. So, like, you're amazing.
Thank you. I mean, again, not to say that I didn't do anything, but, like, I never had to sit down and be like, okay, what am I gonna, like, do as an actor to be, like, a good actor today? Because the writing, everything was in the writing. Like it's one of, as stressful and crazy as it was, it's also at the same time like one of the easiest acting jobs I've ever had, like stage or screen, because I didn't have to think about it. It was all on the page. I was like, okay, I'm gonna memorize my lines. I'm gonna show up to set. I'm just gonna do it and just trust that I don't have to really do much else extra. Like, I'm trying to like do a look here and a little, pose here, but like Yeah, and I think it's important. I think the best villains, obviously, we all know this, are incredibly complex, fully fledged human beings. There's a reason why they're doing what they're doing, even if you don't know it right off the bat. And yeah, even after, we start feeling for April more in the back half of the season, I think it was also important that she's not suddenly this perfect person. She's still kind of a bitch sometimes and like a little problematic sometimes. And that's what makes it so fun. I'm going to keep talking. If I can, I want to actually talk about Cheryl Blossom for a second.
Yeah, go.
Because I had never watched Riverdale until we were like a couple episodes into filming. And I thought, okay, maybe I should start watching some Riverdale because, like, I don't know really what teen TV is like. I haven't watched teen television in a while. Like, I want to know what the teens want. What are they into? So I'm watching Riverdale, and I find out about April, and then all of a sudden, I was like, Cheryl's gay? What the fuck? And she's like, head of the student body? I was like, that's rude. I'm the only gay teenager.
You're like, oh my God.
I was like, this is rude. She's a bitch. She's gay. She's in charge of the school. I thought I was really like breaking the mold on this, and turns out everyone else was already doing it. So jokes on me.
You still did it in your own way. Don't worry. You still did it in your own way.
Oh, I know. But I was like,
That's just classic though, isn't it? If you're, and maybe insecure about who you are, then you're going to be a little bitch probably.
Well, yeah, that's a good point, because I was going to say maybe the reason why April is so like, is a bitch to everybody is because it's like a defense mechanism, because she doesn't want anyone to see like her true self, because her dad's homophobic, like it's all that. So it's like it explains why she's like scared. She puts on this front to like be, all tough, but deep down she's, is she broken? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of issues that she has to deal with, and she hasn't. And I feel like Sterling coming out and like having that whole thing, she was like ready to be in a relationship. Like, she was ready, but April wasn't quite there. Like, she was privately, but in public, it was very, because then your dad came out of prison. April's dad came out of prison. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Like, nah.
Yeah, she's been thinking about this for a long time. She has a plan, and all of a sudden Sterling comes in and is like, this is new for me. Let's do it. I'm like, no, I've been having anxiety about this for my whole life, so relax.
Yeah.
Oh, Sterling, what a cutie.
Honestly, the way you're just like waiting for the kiss, I'm like, that's so bold. Like, God bless. And the fact that, okay, can we talk about the fact that April actually locked the door? Because they never do that. And they never do that. And everyone was like raving about that. She's like, April actually locked the door, because they always leave the door unlocked and then somebody walks in. So like, whoever wrote that, like, they knew what they were doing. Because honestly, you know what? About freaking time. I swear to God.
About time a gay locked a door. Come on.
Exactly. See, you already broke the glass ceiling with that locking the door. You already did your own thing. I'm just saying, you started it.
Cheryl Blossom could never.
April, Cheryl who? It's only April now, please. It's only April.
That's so funny, Dev, that you thought that like, you were like, oh, Cheryl, I thought I was going to be the one, but Cheryl got it first and she's doing it too. I have the same feeling over the actress Madeleine who plays Cheryl, because I thought I was going to be the only actor with Madelaine, because that's my real name.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, but whatever. She like, I don't even go by Madeleine. I go by Maddie, so it's fine. But yeah, so funny.
Anyway, it turns out we both have bones to pick with Madeleine Petch.
She kills that role, dude. Like, she's such a queen on that show. I don't know her personally, but like all the leads on that show do so well with such, it's a comic. It's like comic book. It's meant to be campy and whatnot. And I think they do a really good job.
Yeah, they act their asses off, and It's very good. It's my guilty pleasure show, and I watch it. I watch it for Casey, but I don't give him enough screen time. I'm just like, anyways, that's a whole different topic. But you're right. All the actors are doing fantastic on Riverdale. They kill it. They kill it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've watched all of it.
Oh, you binged it or you finished it? Yeah. Yes, love a binge queen. So one of my favorite things about Sterling's coming out was the fact that she didn't want to like label herself. And I thought that was really important because everyone all assumes, oh, you know, you're like girls, oh, you must be gay, or, you know, oh, you're bi. But like Sterling's like, I don't know what I am. I know I like, you know, boys. I know I like April. It's just love is love. It is what it is. Like there's no, and I really appreciate that because always they try and label things on other characters. They label all these things. But Miss Sterling was like, you know what? I haven't discovered yet. I love who I love, and that's it. And I love that so much. It was so good. I think I raved about it in my episode. I think it was my 9 reaction. I can't remember. Haven't posted yet. But honestly, props because I was like, I feel that. Like, I feel you did great.
Totally. Especially for a kid who, like, has not been exposed to sexual fluidity before because of the environment that she grew up in, you know? And I'm sure she's heard of the term bisexual, but it's such a personal, complex thing for so many people. Some people it's not. Some people they know from an early age, like it's like black and white, and sometimes it's not. And I didn't think that it was fair that some people were like, why don't you just say bisexual and whatever? And it's like, for a lot of people it's a spectrum, and she's just figuring it out. And like, how do you, like, this whole idea of something being, like, if it being 50-50, it's like, well, maybe I haven't met as many guys as I'm attracted to as I have girls. Like, how am I to know what the ratio is? You know, it's so silly to you know, label it if you don't feel like a label resonates with you. So I do think that was really wonderful because it is such a complex personal thing. And Kathleen is just such a trailblazer with stuff like that. I really can't get over how this show encapsulates so many things that I didn't think I knew I needed to hear and see, and articulates things in such a way that I've never articulated myself with so many different things, not just with this, but yeah. I just can't talk about her enough. I love her so much.
No, she's a queen. Honestly, when I watched the show, I remember I was like, it's so different to what it's like something I don't usually watch. I'm just like, you know, because people recommend it. So I'm like, you know, it's good. And like, as the more I watched, I was like, the more I was hooked. And I'm like, this show is like not like any other show. Like as I said before, it tackles all these issues, but it does it effortlessly. Like there's no like, it doesn't feel like too jumbled. Like it does it so smoothly. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. I can't rave it. This show just deserved so much. It could still get saved. I don't know. Someone could pick it up, or by a miracle it happens. But it's just a shame that Netflix just decided it wasn't worth a second season, because it totally was. And there was just so much more story to tell. So it breaks my heart. But you guys did a fantastic first season.
Thank you, Adam.
So I was hooked. I was hooked so badly. And then like the end came.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking like, freaks and geeks, you know, freaks and geeks. They had one season. Everybody wanted more. Can you imagine if we were on a show that was like, oh my God, they're still going? And if we were trapped on something that we felt like, you know, it was like, it was it was so perfect that I just kind of have to think like, why fuck with the good thing kind of thing, even though it's more. Yeah. And it would be great, but yeah.
It's not, but like it is just this little like little egg of like perfection, and no one can ever touch it now because it's been made. It was done, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Exactly. And yeah, to think about, yeah, you know, we're all gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
They're cute.
Oh my God, queen of going in the car. Oh my God, I stand so hard.
Let's get coffee.
Oh my gosh, so what I miss?
We were talking about Stepril and how like groundbreaking, like amazing it is, and like her lucky April locking the door. We are just talking all about Stepril. Wait until you came back.
So yeah, I know you guys are just really waiting for me. So
honestly,
thank you.
hello.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see the video because I want to know what tea Maddie spilled about the freaking scene. I'll wait till the video. No, they're amazing. The breakup scene.
Oh, you missed that. I just didn't know my lines until 3 seconds before we shot.
But she killed it. You couldn't even. You killed it anyways. Like you couldn't even tell. It was just like.
Thank you, and that is because of the writing.
Yes. Also true. The writing, and again with that breakup scene, like.
And I love Spencer so much.
Yes.
He's so good.
Yeah, with that breakup scene, it was so hard. It was even more heartbreaking because you know that April didn't want to, like, she wants to be with Sterling, but she couldn't because her dad's back, and there's all these complications. And knowing that April's dad could expose Sterling and Blair as bounty hunters at any time, like, it was like, oh, I was sitting this, I'm like, I can't believe, is she like upset? But the fact that April was like going to Luke and was like trying to make Sterling jealous, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, it hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurt. But like,
yeah. I read the script and I think I like crumpled from anger.
It's just April and men. I think April I should just hate men in general. Like I feel this. Like she's just like nah. most men, not all men. We love Ezekiel. He's a king.
Yeah. Does not acknowledge their existence. Yeah, I think it was fun. Like even though it hurt a lot of people at home, like it's fun and scary because you think, oh God, has this whole thing been a lie? And it hasn't been. And, you know, she's just trying to, I don't know that she's trying, I mean, just in my opinion, I don't know that it's so much trying to make Sterling jealous as it is she knows she's going to be in this very public setting. And if Luke already has heard that they were like together late working on the lock-in, like who else? So, you know, when you're holding a secret like that, you're everything makes you paranoid. Exactly. I think and so that when Sterling came in, it was like, don't even come over here. If she already sees us together, like we can't even have,
because April would break. She's just like nuts. Oh, I want you, Sterling. She probably doesn't want to next her because she's like, oh my God, like the chemistry is just it's so magical. It's just like she just go to her but she's scared, you know. So like you have to put up that front. But April doesn't have chemistry with men. I'll tell you right now. Nah. I'm like, nope.
She tries, bless her.
She tries, bless her heart, but like, no.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's just sad because Sterling's keeping, like, we're both trying to, you know, protect ourselves. And April doesn't know, obviously, why Sterling was like, actually, you know, maybe not.
And that's why we understood. I understood what April was doing. I was like, I understand why she's doing it. That's what made it even more heartbreaking because you knew it wasn't out of like, you know, I don't want to be with you. I want to. I can't right now. And like, oh, you're breaking my heart, girl. Like, nah. The emotions are real. So Charity, do you think Hannah B, like, what's her relationship with April? Like, do you reckon she likes her? Do you reckon she's like infatuated with her? Or do you think maybe she just looks up to her a lot? Like, what do you think the deal is there? Like,
Devon's there right now. She's like, you better see the right answer. Yes, Mom. No, I think I've gotten this question a lot.
Oh, really?
I have, and I do think that Hannah B does everything out of love, like the most innocent, pure love for humanity. And I think she loves April and all of her flaws, and she knows what she's been going through and just wants to be a good friend for her. I do, towards the end, Hannah B did get a little bit more defensive and stand up for herself a little bit more. So, I mean, she is a strong human and can still see when there's a limit to how much pushing around she can take.
100%.
But yeah, I think she's very supportive of April. And if April were to apologize.
Well, should April apologize? Should you go into character and like apologize to Hannah B now? Like, I mean, look, she'll put the face on. She'll put the face on. She's ready.
Just blinking.
Just like so huge eyes.
I always got the impression that Hannah B and April have been friends since like kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, ugh, they're my best friend, but like, yeah, they're mean to me like every day, but like they're my best friend, you know?
Yeah. Like one of those, like when you're given away, you found friends that you could control.
I still want to know what that story was, like what happened. Maybe it was just some, like, I don't know. Like we never really, I wonder if that would have been explored in the next season.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. Well, I would like it. I mean, I would like it too. I would have liked it too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just we might only ever get fan fiction about it, so that the fan fiction will tell us what happened.
Some of that fan fiction gets like real steamy, y'all. It's like steamy.
Oh, that was like my first experience of porn as a teen. I was like a really big Harry Potter nerd, and I found some, and I was like, oh.
You're like scroll.
Oh my god.
I was like, what is this? And why am I feeling a certain type of way?
Oh, you kept reading, didn't you? Like, you couldn't stop reading. I was like, okay, well, that's happened.
Yeah.
And now we are going to be that for someone else.
Exactly. How does that feel? Come on, you're going to be on fanfic. Like, actually, that brings that segues into my next question. How does it feel to have all these fans like backing you now? Like, this show came out, now all these fans are going to be like probably following you for the rest of your career is pretty much what I think I am. But like, you got this fan base now. Like, they're going to follow you. Like, you got them for life now.
I was always so curious about the idea of fans because I've seen how cruel some people can be, you know? Like I've got a couple friends who are like pretty famous and you know the things that I see if like I guess they're not really fans, but they're still obsessive over these people. So it's like, you know, they'll do anything and people will just be like, like this is horrible, I can't believe you did that, blah, blah. And I'm just like, why? Like, I don't know if I want that. But the fans that we have are such genuine, intelligent, sweet people that don't seem like fans to us. They are these little cuties that are like, I'm genuinely friends with some of them now. Like it's like the messages that we've received aren't just like, you know, about how, you know, great the show is or the character or whatever. It's really they're sharing parts of their lives with us, and it's such an honor to be like a safe place for them to share things that are so personal. And I like truly care for these people so much. And I remember I still try to do it, but it is harder now just because of how many messages there are. But I would read every single one and reply to everyone that I could without getting carpal tunnel. You know what I mean? Like it's such a blessing. I don't really use that word a lot 'cause I'm not religious, but like it does feel like such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And again, like it is definitely what makes me feel the most fulfilled is just like knowing what a genuine impact it's had on so many people.
Definitely.
Yeah, like this, whatever platform platform or like influence we have, which is like micro, it gives us the opportunity to be like the host of the greatest party. And
it's so true.
that is a fucking dream. Like we have the space to like invite all of these people in who then not only get to like talk to and share their lives and their stories with us, but then they get to all meet each other and mingle, and they become friends, and they go off and do their own thing.
The cutest, most genuine thing. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you said, they're creating friends and even relationships. Like it's the most beautiful thing.
They'll have these little Zoom parties together from like all around the world. Like, you know, there's this person, Cole, who's in Australia, and then we've got some people in like, you know, in America, and then we've got some people in like Brazil, of course, and just all over the place. It's so beautiful, and a lot of these fans, you know, are people that feel a little, you know, like different and ostracized in their community, and the fact that they're all finding each other and getting to, you know, build this little community is just, oh my god, it's just so freaking cool. Yeah, it's so freaking cool.
The quality.
And the Sour Patch thing, oh my god.
Oh, I saw that. That was the sweetest thing. I was like, oh my, these fans, they will go all out. Let me tell you, they will fight.
They're organized.
Oh yeah, don't mess with you. Cross the wrong fandom. Good luck to Netflix. I'm telling you. You mess with them, they will come for them. They will come for Netflix. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I also think that it really shows how special the show is, because I certainly don't receive any negative messages at all. I was like, if there's a bunch of good ones, there's going to be a bunch of negative ones. That's just how it goes. But I was wrong. Like, it does not attract assholes. It attracts people who are in it for the love, and like, oh my god, to have this be our like breakout thing. I'm just like, maybe don't expect this every time. Maybe like try to attract it and manifest it and whatnot if you can. But I do think that it is it really does it goes to show how, you know, how it just is a show that radiates love and acceptance. And geez, I just really think that that's something that we need right now. And it is a damn shame that that what happened. But, you know, shit happens.
Yeah, the same way that our crew and producers and directors and all of those people sort of behind the scenes created this like really safe environment where all of us who were doing a big job like this for the first time, like Maddie talked about, they created this environment for us to like step out and safely and like learn how to do our jobs. Like the fans have done that on this side too, like us learning how to communicate and use social media in sort of this bigger way, like more of a platform. Yeah, I think and that's not an accident. It's just not, because yeah, good vibes on one side just like can't help but translate.
So many of these fans have just been like, if you need time away, like take time, like take care of yourself, like, you know, we'll like miss you, but like, you know, hope you're taking care of yourself, hope you're drinking water.
Oh,
you know,
they will tell you to hydrate, like, you know, you'll be
thank
God.
God.
Like, are you hydrating? You drinking water? They will. And you need it, yeah. You're like, yeah, thank you for reminding me. They will be on your back, making sure you're being healthy and drinking and, you know, water. Oh, bless their hearts. I love them so much.
It really does. It is on both sides. Like one of the huge things that I also loved about Kathleen, and also, you know, this just was the whole tone of the show and the rest of the producers and whatnot. I did not
know how to use, like, to time manage when it came to taking care of myself and also being a lead of a show. So I, you know, up until I booked, I'd really gotten onto like this like yoga kick and like taking care of myself, practicing mindfulness, all these things that I try to do now to, like, you know, make sure my mental health is okay, and all that. And I found it really difficult to keep that up because we were just so busy. And I remember, you know, being really upset one night and telling Kathleen, I'm like, my body's changed since the pilot, and like I can tell, and like my skin is breaking out because of, like, I'm not used to all this makeup. And also, I really do love that they didn't use a beauty filter on us or anything like a lot of shows do. They, you know, if we have zits because they're freaking teenagers. So anyway, I thought that was good. But Kathleen was like, you can be whatever size you want. Like, it does not matter if you know, if your body changes, when your body changes, we'll like adjust the clothes. Like, it doesn't matter. And I know most of it was in my head, but I do know that if you're not, you know, exercising as much as you usually do, your body's going to change. And if you're PMSing on your period, you're going to be bloated, and your skin.
And if you're stressed.
And if you're stressed and whatever, and you know, and so I just thought it was such an amazing thing that we didn't have to feel pressure to like look a certain way or anything. Because my God, did I need that when I was in high school? Oh my God, like I needed the show in all of the ways when I was a teenager. And anytime, I'm getting so emotional, anytime I get insecure or like I get all in my ego and I'm like, oh, like I look gross in this shot or like whatever, blah blah blah, I'm just like, this is not why you're doing this. Like, this is not, like, being like a perfect little whatever is not what will make a positive impact on people. Like, you know, I wish that I watched Skins when I was like a teenager, and like I just wanted to be Effie Stoneham so bad, and now I'm just like, no, I know that I, like, you know, made sure I didn't like eat this and that or never because I wanted to be a little skinny rake like Effie Stoneham and whatever and blah blah blah, and not take care of my mental health because the depression was glamorized and all that stuff. And anyway, basically my point is that I'm just so grateful for the incredible positivity and self-love that came from behind the scenes, and I do think it translated through the story and like out into the audience, because that's what we're getting back. That's what we got, that's what we then gave, and that's what we're getting back too. So it's just so special and beautiful.
Yeah. And on that subject too, I think on the other side of it, like, it's also, even though this industry tries to beat it into our heads every single day, like, clear skin is not essential to making good art. And particular body is not essential to being a good actor, to making good art, to making stories that affect people and could change people's lives for the better and for the rest of their lives. Like, it's not essential. It's just insane. And I know we all know, but like, even in shows where they're not, like, I'm using air quotes for the 8 millionth time. Even in shows where they're not directly pushing it, if you only have people who look a certain way, then it's pushing it. It is. Like, you can't avoid responsibility by not directly addressing it, because these young people are impressionable the same way that we are impressionable still. Like, it just is insane.
Yeah. Totally.
It's amazing.
That's all.
No, that was so, I love these conversations because like it starts off like whatever, but then like becomes like, you know, so meaningful, and like, or we just like, so, you know, you just start talking and that's it. And I feel like that's what the people want to see. Like, it's just, you guys are so genuine. It's raw. It's it's everything. Like, you don't have to look a certain way. Everyone looks how they are, and they're fine how they are. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like that's what the show gives that message as well. It's like, it's okay to be exactly who you are. You don't have to change for anybody, which is why I think with Blair and Miles, when they broke up in the finale, he was like, you don't know who you are. And she's like, no, I do know who I am. Like, I'm a passionate, badass woman in training. I'm like, I loved that speech that she did. And if Angelica was here, I'd be praising her. So tell her she's amazing.
You're amazing.
Love you, Angelica. Tell her she is phenomenal.
I cannot get through that scene without crying. Every single time I freaking cry, because it's just like the fact that that Blair is self-aware enough to be like, I'm this and that, and I'm depressed, and I'm this and I'm that.
And you're gonna miss out on it. You're gonna miss out on all the stuff that I haven't even fucking thought of yet.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna.
And also, and no shade to Miles, totally understand like why maybe he didn't tell his parents or whatever. Like no character is perfect on the show, but just the fact that Blair said that was such a self-actualized, self-aware, revolutionary thing to me. I was just like, damn, because teenagers are smart. They're not portrayed to be super deep and complex and self-aware and stuff in shows. It's kind of just all like mostly melodrama, kind of like dumb sort of college-esque kind of characters usually. And I just think it was so wonderful how like in touch with herself and unapologetic Blair was. And geez, Angelica is just was just so perfectly cast.
100%. I think I watched that scene like multiple times. I was just like, it's just so good. I love seeing it, and like, yeah, bless Mars, but like she had to say it, and I'm like, you know what, you go, girl. You tell him what you need to say. You say your piece, and I'm like, oh, that's why I love the women in the show. Everyone. Oh my god, I love women. Like I just love like the screen time and the speeches. I'm just it's so good. It's just so good. You guys do so great. I can't.
Thank you. Oh, I miss everybody so much.
Don't worry.
I know it's so hard right now because, obviously the most important thing is that we stay home and save people's lives. That's important. But
we're in our cars.
Yell in that car.
Stay in your cars.
Yeah.
Lives. It is like we are so blessed to have all of the things and to have this opportunity and to have gotten to make this show. But of course, it is a teeny tiny bit of a bummer that we didn't get to have a premiere, and then we couldn't see each other when it came out, and then we couldn't see each other when it's canceled, and now we don't know. And it's like that everybody feels really far away right now. No one is as far as they feels, but like I have made a request, of course, that when we are able to safely do it, I want to have a fucking blowout. Like I just want to have a bash where we can all just like see each other and love on each other and celebrate the kick-ass thing that we did.
I wish that I could have seen a billboard too. Like Angelica lives in New York, and like there's a bunch in LA, and like some people sent me photos, but I was just like, damn, like when's this gonna happen again, like that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna hit up Casey Cott. You're gonna be in Riverdale. I'm gonna hit him up, don't worry. I'm gonna be like, listen boy, you get Maddie on.
Yeah, I don't know how much power actors have over casting.
Yeah. I will do a rant video. I don't care. I'll do it. I got you. I don't know how much power I have. The Riverdale writers room follows me. I'll get you in, okay? I'll get you in. I got you. Don't worry. I know people. Well, no, I don't know people, but I know people.
Has Betty ever had an evil twin sister?
Oh, actually, you know what? Why not? Do it. She should. Like, she has a sister, but she's crazy. So, like, you could be
anything can happen in that show.
Well, Betty's dad is a psycho, so maybe he had another kid, and that could be you. Like, you could be like, hey, I'm just saying.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Never say never. Just saying. Okay, so really quickly, Maddie, I need you to just like give me some closure, because like at the end of the series, we found out that Sterling wasn't a Debbie's biological daughter, she was Dana's. I'm like, I can't. Like, that just threw me. Like, you just ended like that. And then I was just like, looking at the screen, like, did it just end? Like, what? I was speechless. I'm like, girl, I need some closure. Can you just, like, I don't know. What do you think would have happened? Like, I can't.
I honestly, like, I remember discovering that when we got the script, and I was just like, I texted Angelica. I was like, Kathleen is a sick woman.
Yeah.
I was like, are you my fucking cousin? Literally. Yeah. So here's what I would have loved to have happened.
Yeah.
I would have loved Sterling to like reject her preppy life and just been like, I'm like a trailer girl now. Like, I would have loved to see her in some like cut off freaking jean shorts and like a little like tank top thing, and you know,
tank top.
in the trailer park, you know, just kind of trying to assimilate into her life. Like, this is my life now.
Classic Sterling, being the best at whatever is thrown her way.
Honestly.
I would have loved her to like maybe try a cigarette, even just be like,
Oh my God.
I do it.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Like,
Your fools are like coughing and like.
yeah. Literally my first time doing that. I remember I was 14. I tried my first cigarette and I was like, how do people do this? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I have so many questions. I don't know who my dad is. Who the fuck's my dad, dude? Like, who's my dad, man?
I'm stressed. I can't. Let's just pretend that Dana was lying, because like,
On
not
a
just like
acid trip.
Like, why would she say that? Like, they could have just ended it before she said that, and I would have been fine. I'm like, okay. But then she said, it, I'm like, bitch, you didn't just say that to my face. Like, are you kidding? But
yeah,
here we are.
Yeah. So, shout out to Virginia Williams, who kept this secret from the first table read.
She knew the whole time.
But they pulled her aside right before the first table read, and they were like, just so you know, you're going to be playing two characters. They just trusted that she was going to be able to do it. And like, we all said, we thought that Virginia was going to take us to the Emmys. Like, we are such big fans of her. She absolutely destroyed it. Like, she is in the best way. She is just like such a freaking talent. And I'm just so sad that the show didn't get picked up, because it's like, how many times do we get to have such amazing characters like that to get to play? So anyway, hopefully she'll get to play a psycho again soon, because she's so
talented. I stand for it. The very first time she screamed when Sterling told her that she was the head of the thing, I was like, that's so me. Like, I scream all the time. Like, I can relate. I'm like, you know what? Yes, Debbie. Like, we're on the same wavelength. Like, I feel this. But she's
so funny. And you can see, I've watched it back so many times, you can see Angelica trying not to laugh. It pulls over. Like, it's so good. I was thinking, what if Kathleen just writes like a 2-minute video that ends up like going on YouTube, where it's just like Sterling waking up in the morning and like she realizes it was all a dream. And then
just
that was
it. Closure.
Oh my God.
I hate that shit.
Why would you say
it was all a dream? I hate it.
Only if April was next to her. That would be the only. Otherwise, what was the point? Come on, please. What would be the point? Like, she went through all this whole like, journey.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
It would be just one long lesbian dream.
I want to like. I really hope that we get to work with each other again on just something else. I just think that would be so fun. Like, I just think that would be so great. Like, we just all love each other so much. Like, you can't make that kind of chemistry up,
You can see
vibe with every single actor in the cast.
Yeah.
Just worked.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
worked. Yeah.
Yeah. No matter how big or small the role was, we all just loved each other so much, and we just understood how privileged we were to be on this set. Like, you know, it was just, yeah, it was so great. And like, you know, Jacob, who plays Franklin, who's like, I mean, the locker room, bitch. What an icon!
Honestly,
fans have made like merch for that guy. Like,
God, him and Spencer just riffing off each other behind the scenes. We would be crying, laughing.
yeah.
Oh, they're so
Ugh.
funny. Can I
Oh,
just say there's been
yeah.
a tiny spider on my computer that I've just been like staring at. I'm like, you better stay there the whole time.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed for you.
remove it and put it in the outside world.
It's so small.
Remembering when
It's
you
a
were
baby.
in California or Arizona and you almost crashed your car because of that giant spider? Were you in LA?
I was in LA and I was on the highway and it's the spider's like coming down as I'm like trying to merge, and I'm terrified of spiders. And did I call you or did I call you after it happened?
I think after. You were like, I had a full-on panic attack. I had to pull over.
Like, your life's in danger. Everyone else's life is in danger. Everyone's going like 70 miles an hour, and you're trying to not have this spider like kill you. Traffic.
Dramatic.
Oh my god.
Got the spider out. Everybody was fine in the end, except for my brain. My brain was not fine, but
Honestly, I would have reacted the same. I can't. If it was a little one, okay, but like I don't know. No, I don't know.
the Australian spiders, like in your toilet, that's my biggest fear visiting.
I have never had, luckily, touch wood, I've never had that happen to me. I think I live in an area where that's not common. But no, I don't want to think about that because I would, no, we're not going to think about that.
We're not going to talk about
We're
it.
not going to think about that. I have to live here, okay? And,
Oh,
Did you just say touch wood?
do you see it? Oh, do you see it?
yeah, I'd said that. Oh my god, I see it!
Look,
The drop, I'm stressed.
how is it? Why is it white?
It's like this tiny baby white spider. It's crawling up my screen now.
Oh my god.
I'm so like
It's
here
Halloween.
to
It's
hide
his
in the
day.
It's
Let him-
Halloween. He wants to be like surprised. What's his name? Name him.
Henrietta. Henrietta's coming for you, Adam.
Okay. If I see a spider, I'll send a photo to you. Be like, oh my god, look, I found it. Right.
Henrietta has grown. Gone across the world.
Oh, little baby. Living his life.
Baby Henrietta.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I'm so sorry I changed the subject. We were so like hard.
No, don't
It's
be
a life
sorry.
and death situation.
I'm not a professional, Charity. It's like I'm not professional. I'm just like
You
it's
are.
me.
You're cool. You love
Adam,
you're cool.
Adam, does YouTube give you some money?
Yes,
You're a professional then.
but like
Yeah.
I'm not a professional like
you do-
interviewer. I'm just like I think
But that's what a professional is, right? Like
I
you
don't
get
know.
paid too, right? You are.
Maybe, I don't
You
know.
are.
But like when I interview, I'm not professional. It's just like whatever it is, it is. Like I'm not that. Oh my god, like I don't care. It is
Yeah,
what
you're
it
like
is.
a-
Like I let
you're-
it flow. I don't care.
Still professional. Yeah.
Oh my god, this was so much fun. Okay, one more question. Speaking of iconic characters, can we talk about Alan? Because look, Queen, and I thought she reminds you of that girl from TikTok, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I remember I told you. I saw her and I'm like, she looks like her. Is that her? I have to look it up to make sure it wasn't her.
Right.
But Alan, oh my god, the character of Alan is the most, like, I can't. She's fantastic, man. I'm like, I love her.
Perfection.
Perfection, honestly.
The freaking scooter scene. You know how hard that was for me just to be like, how am I meant to like have a straight face while you are like this like pink Gumby on a freaking scooter right
like
now.
in the most emotional part of the show thus far.
Yeah.
Talking about Moses's leg, Moses's bronze calves.
Like she's just she comes in with the best one-liners, and she just has her scooter. Like she's just like,
Look,
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
She made that noise in one of the classroom scenes, and we all like died. There were tears coming down our face during that scene because we were holding in our laughter.
Oh my god! What were the best bloopers? Were there good bloopers that we will never see?
have you've seen the blooper reel though, right?
I've not seen the blooper. I'll have to react to that when I finish watching the show.
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be a good one.
I only finished the show like a week ago, so I haven't like watched it yet. But like now that there's a reel, I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's on the TBH Instagram account, but
Okay.
anyway, it's fine.
It's also on our own. I think it's on most of our own.
I haven't posted it, but Angelica has for sure. We'll make sure you find it.
I'll react to it. Okay.
There's a bit that's not in the bloopers that is my favorite blooper. And it is, I don't know if you've seen it, it's when Angelica and I speak at the same time. We've got our Yogurtopia uniforms on, and then we like go, like we just did that. We hug and we scream. That was the first time that we'd ever, that was like the pilot when we were shooting, and like it was one of the first times that we'd said something super in sync, and we were like, oh my God, it's so exciting, but we should have just kept going to make sure that we could get it actually in the scene, but we ruined the take by getting excited. But that was just like my favorite moment because it's so genuine and so pure, and I don't know why they didn't include it in the blooper reel, but I specifically asked Netflix. I told my manager, I was like, can you get hold of this one clip? I know it exists, please. And then they like did it as like a little separate thing. I was like, thank you.
God bless.
There is a blooper reel, yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll have to watch that. I did not know. I have to watch now. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Because after I finish, I'm going to be in withdrawal, so I'm going to have to like watch something to like make me laugh.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Charity, I'm going to ask you again because I know we got cut out before, so I wanted to give you like a moment to like talk without interruption. Because I felt bad.
It wasn't perfect before?
I mean, it was perfect, but like you cut out, and I'm like, I want to give you like your moment, Like
Charity's a hologram, everybody.
Oh my God, dead, yes. Also, there's like another question at the end as well. So, again, if you guys didn't know before, you're the most iconic character on the show, right? How was it just like living your life, just like giving all the love, just being you? Like, I feel like you are Hannah B. You're just so carefree. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you. That's so sweet. And I don't know about the most iconic, but she's pretty iconic. And also, I don't know if Devon would agree that I am Hannah B. She knows the other side.
She knows another side? Maybe we just haven't seen it on screen. We just haven't seen the other side of Hannah B yet.
This is my social media face. I'm so happy.
She is genuinely full of love and light,
yeah.
But also, but
no,
she's a person too, and that's what. If she were just Hannah B, I would not hang out with her. We would not be friends. That's what.
It's great.
When she came into the table read, it's just like, hi! And her Instagram feed was all curated. I was like, And then I found out
judgy pants.
Yeah, I was being so judgy. And
now you love me.
That she's feisty and I love her.
Oh man, thank you. No, Hannah B was incredible, and it's just a tribute to the writing that every single character has so much depth and fullness to them. They're completely thought. Like I would be surprised if not every single character has like a character Bible hidden away somewhere where the writers know exactly their entire life story, like what they eat for breakfast. And yeah, the writing was amazing. The lines, everything Hannah B said was not wasted. Like every single line had purpose, every single word, even the punctuation, like everything she said and it had purpose. And so it was just amazing to play. But like I said, it was really nerve-wracking because the lines are so funny. I have to do it right. But no, it was amazing. And it was an honor to play her too. And like all the characters, they're very relatable, and Hannah B is very relatable. And I've had friends that maybe don't treat me as well as I treat them. It's not reciprocated. And
Where are they?
Yeah, we'll fight them. Where are they? Yeah, ready to fight.
That's me who cries whenever confrontation comes into my life.
Henrietta.
Yeah, where's Henrietta? Get Henrietta.
She was climbing over here somewhere. But I have had messages, like even Hannah B has been relating to people's lives, and I've had messages that say, my friends don't treat me right, or I feel like maybe I'm a little quirky or a little left out, or I don't fit in, and I feel like Hannah B has made me feel less alone, and that there are people like me out there in the world. And it's just been a blessing being able to play her character. Like it's been incredible.
Definitely. What do you think would have been next for Hannah B? Like, did you have like a bit of story in your head of what would have, like, what her backstory was? Like, did you think of like?
I think she would have taken over Fellowship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Queen, yes. I
really wanted her to have a band with Luke so bad.
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
wanted that so
yes.
bad.
Chef's kiss.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
The songs they would sing together.
That would be the most iconic duo. Like, it'd be so good. Like, I would, yes, that should happen. Why isn't this happening? It should happen. Like, what's happening?
They did do Hannah B like a little bit dirty. No, not to throw anybody under the bus, but there actually was like a tiny bit of the finale that was cut. And a little bit at the lock-in, when everybody's in that big room, like Ellen put us all in a circle, and we like
hands and everything.
Hands, and there's like this awkward moment where like Ellen, I think, kind of looked at me to like take charge, and I'm all distraught, so I can't do it. And Hannah B's like, I mean, you tell it, Charity, because you remember, but.
Well, yeah. April's distraught, and Sterling is no longer Fellowship leader. Or wait, Sterling is Fellowship leader, but they're both distraught. Like they stepped down, and there's kind of a
no. It would be April
right?
would be Fellowship leader, right? Because I stepped down.
April was back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
but we're like staring at each other across the prayer circle.
There was just a weird like opening. There was nobody in charge, and she's like, who's gonna pray? And I was like, I'll do it. And I stepped forward in like this deep like, I'll do it. And it was so fun, and like I embraced prayer, and then these two characters, they were talking, and I yell at them to be quiet so that I can say a prayer for our pizza that we are about to eat. And I really do. It was an amazing moment. But seeing the episode back, Devon and I talked about it, it would have taken away from the Stepril storyline, and that was what was important in the scene. But yeah, it was a fun moment.
It would have been so funny. Like, that's hilarious. I would pay this. Where's the footage? Give me the footage. Where's the footage? Right? I know it's out there. Give it to me.
I'm having withdrawals. I need it.
Oh my God, I can't. That's like I see Hannah B doing. That's just so funny. Like, oh my God,
it was really fun. It was great.
I can't believe they cut that. But
I'm glad. Back, though, I do see why. But yeah, it was It was fun to play with for sure.
Well, I'm glad you shared that. I reckon the fans will love that information. They'll be like, oh my God. Just why Hannah B is more iconic.
I don't think that we've talked about that. Yeah, I was like, the people need to know.
Yeah, the people need to know. I love it. I'd say, and Devon, what would have been next for April if there was a season 2? What would have been next for her character?
Oh God. I mean, I don't know. I think I like to believe that there would have been this like spicy tension between April and Sterling, because they were like, no, we've like just decided that this is best, but then they like pass each other in the hallway and they're like and they can't do it. And then, you know, there would have been a lot of drama about like, oh my God, what is John Stevens gonna tell her? He said he has a lot to say. Is he gonna like say that Sterling and Blair are these ass-kicking bounty hunters? What's gonna happen? Is April gonna burst into flames when she told Sterling like the one thing she can't stand is liars, and then Sterling's been lying this whole time?
I know. I was scared in the finale that like the dad would have told April. So she was like so like, you know, drawn back from Sterling, but obviously that wasn't the reason. But I was just like, it was going to explode if it, you know, obviously April would have eventually found out, and it would have just been a whole like, oh, I don't even think about it because it just makes me sad. But like, oh, no.
Yeah, but we like to believe that maybe Stepril would have been endgame, like they would have found their way back maybe one day. So who knows?
Of course they would. That chemistry is magic. It would have happened regardless. That's it.
Teenage bounty hunters go to college.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
And then, Maddie, what would you think would happen to Sterling in season 2? I think we kind of already talked about it a little bit, but what would you have liked to see Sterling do?
I would have loved to have seen Sterling embrace the life that she could have had just to rebel. I would have loved to see just how maybe she's always been so looking at the glass half full and positive and like, this is what's going on with me. Okay, let's dive in. I think that it would be cool for her to just be like, what is real? Questioning everything. Maybe questioning her faith would be very interesting. Maybe she dabbles in Wiccanism or whatever. You know?
Oh my God.
Who knows? I would have loved to have just seen a total 180 for her, and just like gone completely another way. And yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what? Hopefully, maybe by miracle, somebody will. Miracles have happened. Stranger things have happened. So you never know. Never say never. But you guys produced a fantastic show. You acted your asses off. You were all incredible. The show is fantastic. It deserves the world. So kudos to all you guys, to the writers, Kathleen, everybody. You all did fantastic. So you all give yourselves a round of applause. You produced something really special. So you should be really proud.
Adam. Thank you so much.
And thank you for getting the word out, because these reaction videos are just like the most, I think, pure introduction to our show. It's just everybody, you're so excited, and like, yeah. So thank you for continuing to share the good word of Teenage Bounty Hunters.
Of course, I'm happy. Of course,
you've really truly made this time so much more enjoyable. Seriously, like, you know, and all the fans too. But like, your videos really bring me so much joy and laughter, and maybe I want to do a reaction to your reactions too. Like,
oh my God, do it. Make sure the volume's adjusted because there are screams, obviously.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. Also, Adam, quickly, where in Australia are you? I forget.
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne, right. Okay, I love Melbourne. I lived in Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melbourne's dope. Melbourne.
Good. Yeah. We're out of lockdown finally. Oh my God, bless.
Oh, thank God.
Bless.
Wicked.
Well, guys, that was it. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world. Thank you for doing this. I hope I didn't take too much of your time, but thank you. We pushed through despite all the difficulties. We pushed through. Charity's queen. She always comes back. Remember, she always comes back. Queen.
We did it.
We did it. So guys, that was my video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching these lovely ladies talk about Teenage Bounty Hunters. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? Watch the show. Just do it. Get the word out. Like, do it. There's a hashtag. I think there's Say It's Teenage Bounty Hunters. Pick up Teenage Bounty Hunters. There's a petition. I will link that in the description box below as well, because you should all sign it if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you ladies for joining me once again.
Hugs.
Thank you so much.
Virtual hugs.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you. And that's it, guys. Ciao for now. Bye, guys.